Hey YouTube, we're back, and today I'm bringing you the Vasto Incarnon. I'm going to be showcasing my favorite builds with it, what I'm probably just going to keep it around for, and why I feel it's a better pick than the Soma, honestly. It at least has its niche use at boss killing. It won't be as good as something like the Felarks or something like that for damage mitigation bosses, but everything else, it'll shred. Let's take a look at its Carnons here. Before we get to the build showcase, I know some people have been wanting to see the options. If you're planning to use the normal pistol build, then I recommend this. But if you're planning to use it as a boss killer or sort of a cleave swap to weapon, then I recommend Death Trap Trigger. The 30% crit and 8 times multiplier. It's pretty huge. Now here's a couple options. If you don't want to have to mod for the recoil, you can get it here. However, I tend to miss a lot of my shots, so I personally recommend extended volley. The other ones just reload while holstered, but Carnon reloads automatically. And then for the last one, we have a choice between crits or ammo efficiency or status and crit. I of course recommend crit. That's going to help us get the raw numbers we need and that we want. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, so let's go to my arsenal here. It's a fun weapon with Mesa, I will admit. I don't think the switch bonus works on her 4, sadly. However, I do think she does get a bonus from the crit chance and the raw damage. If not the crit chance, then the raw damage at least. Here's the build. I call it High Noon because that's what it's like from Overwatch. It's I use Cascadia Overcharge. If you don't plan on using shield gating shields, this will just cast one ability and this will give you overshields. However, sometimes I understand that won't always be up. So this is just the first build. This is for quick boss killing. Once you switch to this weapon, it'll get its increased crit damage, and then it will also have minus recoil here, so you can just hit all the multi-shot into one boss, like an Acolyte, and it'll go bye-bye. And then here is more for general use, if you want to cleave through enemies. We use Deadhead for the minus recoil and the headshot multiplier. Steady hands, if you want to form another form on there, can be useful, or you can just use the Incarnon perk to balance it out. I think it's perfectly fine. There's not much more recoil than is handleable. And we go, I think, yeah, we want corrosive on this, and we go punch through for hitting through cleaves of enemies. And let's go get a showcase going. It's definitely something that you just kind of want to carry in your back pocket. It's going to be less so a primary used weapon, but more of a secondary weapon, which is actually really cool. And it looks like my clan is I don't know what they're doing, just ignore them. That being said, it's still more of a novelty pistol. I wouldn't pick it over something like the Burst-In. The Akenbron's also looking pretty cool. The sleight attack is actually kind of interesting on that. The Nami Solo is a slash base with extra range. Can't go wrong with that. Soma, I think you all know my opinion on the Soma, sadly. Alright, here we are. Level 130. So do beware. I can take my Panzer off. So I definitely recommend bringing something that can be a bit more efficient during the missions. However, keeping this in your back pocket for the super annoying enemies you don't want to deal with. It can be a thrax guy that you just don't like, or an Eximus you just hate the face of. So it's already doing pretty good damage. What you'll want to do is switch to it. That's without Cascadia overcharge. Let's get Cascadia on. And the numbers are pretty. If you aren't using something like shield gating, or I think this will work great with Revenant, Hildren, Mag, Volt, anything that can shield gate or protect its shields. But if you aren't, no worries. There's this build, which will just cleave through enemies. Of course, does want to get that deadhead proc, so. So let's say this is an Acolyte you don't like. Goodbye. And yeah. It's a good novelty pistol, I love it. Oh, and just to showcase, it does not work with Maces 4, sadly. Not that she really needs it anyways. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you found this useful. Good luck in your builds. Oh, I'll show the final build here in case you do want to use the normal pistol. Just regular / viral. Can't go wrong with it. And yeah, best of luck on your journeys. Peace.